I've been studying ethics for a long time. And what is fascinating is that, to quote the great and late Daniel Dennett, much of ethics has been secular, especially modern ethics. Much of the advances in ethics have been secular at their foundation. I assume he's speaking more of the Humean kind of road, where a lot of the utilitarians, Jeremy Bentham, John Stuart Mill, it's actually Jeremy Bentham and James Mill, but then, John Stuart Mill would be the one who kind of perfects it and brings it to the forefront as a legitimate ethical theory. You have the Cambridge philosophers that come around like G.E. Moore and bring in and really start promoting the rule utilitarian that John Stuart Mill started. All of that is secular, All of that absolutely has nothing to do with God. But I would argue Kantian philosophy, deontological philosophy is very much rooted in his Protestant nature. Anyway, Daniel Dennett once said that a lot of the modern philosophy in the realm of ethics has been secular. And, I studied ethics from a very secular standpoint. I was very much an atheist when I was going through college, and much of my graduate degree, I was still an atheist. And I would watch atheist debates and things like that. But to quote, I believe it was Roger Bacon. What was that? Sir Francis Bacon, the creator of the scientific method. A little bit of knowledge turns you away from God, but a lot of knowledge brings you back. I ended up being that same kind of individual, where the more I studied ethics and the deeper I got into ethics itself, I started realizing that the only way morality really exists is through divine inspiration. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of HD Philosophy Plays Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We're going to continue right where we left off. The last thing I remember is, oh man, so we had that horrible time with just Kate Sith. It's so funny because I was actually speaking to a friend of mine last week. I go to these locals every other week where it's dedication, it's kind of fighting games. And yesterday I was able to get a lot of Tekken games in, which is great because I love Tekken. And you'll probably start seeing more of Tekken on this channel. I'll probably do that more at night when there is much better players in my local area, and I'll be able to get some matches with some friends of mine. But anyway, as far as Final Fantasy VII, he also said he hated the Kate Sith one as well. And then I had to explain to him, yeah, I hated it, but I hated it in the instance where I saw those kind of things happening throughout the game. Remember, I spoke about my disdain for having to pick out beachwear before going down to Costa del Sol. That was another thing that stuck out. Because when I'm playing the game, I'm playing to learn about the characters, like see this world through their eyes, get an experience, a very human experience as I play. That's why I love these kind of games. For those who watched Liza P was almost perfect. And it was just such a great experience. And then when it came to Final Fantasy VII, I guess I expected more. If you want to keep those as side quests, that's fine. Anybody who wants to be a completionist and finish those kind of side quests, that's absolutely fine. But for me personally, I want to go through the story, and I want to learn about the characters. So when the main story is kind of hijacked by these little ticky-tack barriers, then I'm taken out of the game, and I realize I'm playing a video game now. I'm not living the experience. That's even in fighting games. It's the way I play fighting games as well. But hopefully today will be a little different. Hopefully today we get a lot more story as we keep pushing through. I have some things on my mind, but we'll see if they come up as we play the game. So here we go. Oh yeah, more than likely this is going to be right into another boss fight, right? to try to mess with this a little bit more. Sometimes the FX volume, especially in terms of the person's speech, doesn't come out. So try to mess with that right there. All right. All right, here we go.
For crying out loud! What is it this time?
You'll require the password.
How we feel too.
You again.
Now, no need for violence. I come in peace,
what
and
I'm
to
gonna do.
abet your escape as well.
Huh. Like hell you do.
Really, it's true. You're far more resilient than anticipated.
But you're
And I
stupid because you keep
concluded
falling
that
for the same things,
rather
like
than
Don
allowing you
Corneo's
to run
trap.
amok any longer, I ought to help you see yourselves out peacefully. The password is comprised of 4 two-digit numbers. I wrote them down in this very room, but where? Well then, no time to waste.
It's an escape room, everyone. Four two-digit numbers. Not hiding them there. A Giga Potion. So Hojo's sleeping right now, huh? So the tricky part's going to be trying to find the first one to get an idea of how they're written down, you know? Oh, okay. I see that. We gotta listen to this guy snoring as we do this. Alright, 36, 10, 59, 97, huh? Just in case there's something back here. The other part of the riddle will probably be putting them in the right order, you know? Oh, I can't break that? 36, 10, 59, 97. Oh, when you press X, you actually do it. Change the dials. Rotate the dials. I should have probably went the other way. It probably only goes up to 100. 36, 10, 59, 97.
Better late than never, I suppose. Come in.
Better late than never. Alright, did I do everything there? Oh, hello. Need to grab that. Need more melatonin when you go to sleep or something? Just snoozing away?
Oh, how forgetful of me. to any unauthorized personnel. It's where
This
I've
one
been
is.
keeping a rather unruly failure.
Alright, here we go.
And so, I'm afraid you'll have to dispose of it.
It's a
Try
half-half
not
too.
to die.
Like the yin and yang one. Okay.
Kiss my ass!
Blocking. Still took a hell of a lot of damage there. That's right.
This one's a showstopper.
Okay.
Your turn now.
Yeah, I'll do it. Joke on you got this.
I'm coming.
Okay, I want to get back a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit back. A little back, a little bit. There we go. Because I want the radiant ward on me.
Who's up for some magic?
Ooh, good dodge. Jesus. Let's do an ATB ward on Kate Sith.
I'm tagging out.
Need my help, do you?
Let's go Iron Defense. And Maximum
Got
Fury.
this shit, Laura.
Something's different about it.
So let's assess. Oh, I have no idea who has the assess.
You mind?
You got this.
I'll show you what I can do.
Not a bother to.
Come on, I dare you. That'll do.
Oh, they don't need that yet. But does she have the SS?
Maybe it's your turn.
Oh, that's not good.
It's my time this time.
I'm doing much better with that nowadays.
Suck on this.
Your turn now.
I'm coming. Yeah.
Woo!
Here it comes.
I'm really like an Aerith now with that new. Oh, I should block, block. Good. Jesus, I'm stuck in a corner right now. Wow. Did they really come for her like that, huh?
Didn't make a
Dodge.
give 'em hell.
Out. Thank you.
You mind?
So it's my turn?
Yeah, I need to definitely cure him.
Why don't you lead the way?
I'm up for anything.
Maximum
Not
Fury.
again. Bring it home.
I'm going in. All together now. This one's a showstopper. Your turn now.
I'll take care of them. Get ready. Here. Show me, can you take over for me?
Time to shine. Well, that didn't work. A bit run down, eh?
One more shot.
Make it count now. Got some beers, eh? You like
You've
taking
got
over?
this.
Guess it's my turn. I'm counting on you.
I'll show you what I can do. Does this slow your roll? Get him! Can you take over for me?
You like taking
Here
over?
goes. Okay. You can do it.
Give 'em hell.
They're in for it now. I'll knock your phone off. Come on, you lot. Terribly sorry, go ahead.
I'm not gonna take it quick.
Pressure.
That's it.
Got him. Ooh, finally. She has prey, but I want something. I want a big hit. Ah, that's just prey.
It's your turn now. Okay.
That's we're not done yet. And here it comes.
It's in pain.
This isn't right.
I swear, when I get my hands on Mojo,
This one's a showstopper. You mind?
I'll take care of him. You'll see.
suck on this.
That's it. That'll do.
Let's see.
Come on, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll do it. Suck on this.
Okay, what we need to do is I need to give her MP again. Not that much MP.
This dude?
Okay.
So it's my turn? One more
Does she have the assess? Shucks.
Right. It's my time to shine.
beautiful. Yoo-hoo! This one. Someone looks kind of shaky. You can do it.
Leave it to me.
I'm coming. Huh, huh. That'll do. This one. Why don't you lead the way?
Need my help, do you? You're up.
Be ready for it now. Waiting's over.
One more shot. I'll take care of him.
What?
Okay.
Alright, gonna have to. Ooh, jeez. I went right into that goop. Yikes.
Get ready. Yeah. That's it. Don't worry. The planet's not us. Let the
All right. Watch and learn. Give 'em hell.
I'll fight tooth and claw for you. You'll be all together now.
Oh, wrong button I keep hitting
Here
with them.
goes.
Invincibility. Is that what I've been using? I keep forgetting.
That'll do.
Yeah. Let's put the ATB on there this time.
Don't.
Guess it's my turn. Suck on this. Gonna send you round the world in time.
It's my time to shine.
Oops. Bring it back in. Oof.
Honestly.
I'll show you what I can do. Why don't you lead the way? There.
Bring it home.
Jesus, come on.
Go on.
Come over here.
This shit right here.
I'm coming.
Ah, I didn't get out in time.
Get him.
Yeah, I'll do it. You got this. Bring it back to
Terribly sorry.
So it's my turn?
Ooh, wow. Didn't see that. Something.
Up for some
You
fun
ready?
to let you
I'll
down.
show you what I can do. There.
Getting Kira there was probably the best thing I've done.
Guess it's my turn. Oh, you go, girl.
Oh, I don't even
Ready
know.
for this now? Whoa, you like taking
It's your
over?
turn.
Need my help, do you? Don't say bring it home.
Oh, let him have it.
Here goes. You okay?
How wasn't he built for this kind of thing?
Excellent work dispatching that fiend. Thanks to you, the manor is a little more neat and tidy. All well earned
Always
grace
part of the
aside,
plan.
Since that nettlesome test subject is finally out of my hair, I have no further reason to remain here. It's been nothing if not entertaining. Until we meet again, exterminators.
That smug asshole. Next time I see him, I'm ramming my fist right through his face. Agreed?
Agreed.
We best get going. The terminal's waiting.
Nothing around. Okay, hold on 1 second. Got my dog barking. Sleep, Tiny. Hi, Tiny. All right, back at it. Check my levels. Good, everything's good. Okay. Well, Cloud guys are here already, huh? They must have took the shortcut.
Well, well, well. Look at the
Oh,
old dragon.
because that's where we fell.
Hey there.
So, find that terminal?
Yeah, don't
Let's
act
just
odd
say
or
we
weird or anything.
Got a little sidetracked.
Well, we can but try again. No sense stewing on past mistakes.
Right.
No sense stewing on past mistakes. I mean, that kind of hits home for Cloud, right? So Jesus is dead instead of find up, but that leaves one empty spot in your party. More threats may be lurking, so choose your comrades wisely. Well, definitely not this one. I figured out how to play Aerith, you know. So I'm really enjoying her being there. Kate Sith is locked, though. I guess I'll just keep it with this then. Yeah. I was like, it's something that I just recognized from the original Final Fantasy VII.
Pardon me.
One of my favorite characters in the series. And I played the Dirge of Cerberus, too.
The core's a bit grim, no?
Doesn't
awesome
matter.
voice too.
Who are you?
Vincent Valentine. I'm... security.
I didn't like that little pose right there, but
Why are you here?
see what they go with it.
Be brief.
Your terminal.
Keycard.
Don't mind me, I'll just crawl up on your shoulder.
There.
Oh. You have the authorization at least.
Oh, great.
Whoa.
Though you're clearly not Murasaki. Explain yourself.
It's a bit of a long story, and we'd love to tell you all about it, but there's something we really need to look up first. Can't go letting our foe win the information war, eh?
Your foe? And who might that be?
A man who many people, myself included, once called a hero. Sephiroth. He's insane, and he's after something so powerful, it could destroy the planet, unless we stop him.
I see. Then I've one more sin to atone for.
Oh, I love it. Atonement being the answer.
The room is unlocked. Use it as you see fit, Mr. Murasaki.
Don't mind if we do, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling there was no way we were going to be able to play him, but, you know, still. I love that he says, like, well, I have one more sin to atone for, you know? Atonement being the key. I mean, so many people just glaze over that part of Christian ethics. Now, I'll be honest, I've never really shared this, but I've been studying philosophy for the better part of... I've been teaching philosophy for over 10 years. So I've been studying philosophy for the better part of, I'd say, 15 years. Maybe even more. Shoot. I met my wife in the philosophy class, and I really never stopped studying philosophy ever since the day I fell in love with it, which was actually the semester before I met my wife. Side note, because I'm expecting possibly my grandkids to watch this, your grandmother, I guess, and we met in a class that was not philosophy, but I fell in love with philosophy through Logic, a class called Logic, hosted by Dan Peterson at the Hawaii Community College. I fell in love with philosophy then, and my wife was actually in that class, but I was so focused on philosophy that I wasn't looking at anybody. Like, I wasn't, everybody else might as well have not existed in that class. But then I had another class, which was a little more on the boring side, and I noticed her immediately, you know? Funny thing, she had a Vegeta wallet, and that's the first thing that really pulled me to her. So Vegeta, we thank Vegeta for us getting together. And also, on a funny note, my oldest is a boy and my youngest is a girl too. And so, you know, I pretty much have the Vegeta family as well. So that's a fun little aspect to my life right there. But I've been studying philosophy, so basically for 20 years now. And what got me into it was Logic, but what pulled me and kept my interest and became my passion was ethics and Eastern philosophy. Now, I've been studying ethics for a long time, and what is fascinating is that, to quote the great and late Daniel Dennett, much of ethics has been secular, especially modern ethics. Much of the advances in ethics have been secular at their foundation. I assume he's speaking more of the Humean kind of road, where a lot of the utilitarians, Jeremy Bentham, John Stuart Mill, it's actually Jeremy Bentham and James Mill, but then, John Stuart Mill would be the one who kind of perfects it and brings it to the forefront as a legitimate ethical theory. You have the Cambridge philosophers that come around like G.E. Moore and bring in and really start promoting the rule utilitarian that John Stuart Mill started. All of that is secular, All of that absolutely has nothing to do with God. But I would argue Kantian philosophy, deontological philosophy is very much rooted in his Protestant nature. Anyway, Daniel Dennett once said that a lot of the modern philosophy in the realm of ethics has been secular. And, I studied ethics from a very secular standpoint. I was very much an atheist when I was going through college, and much of my graduate degree, I was still an atheist. And I would watch atheist debates and things like that. But, to quote, I believe it was Roger Bacon, what was that? Sir Francis Bacon, the creator of the scientific method. A little bit of knowledge turns you away from God, but a lot of knowledge brings you back. I ended up being that same kind of individual, where the more I studied ethics and the deeper I got into ethics itself, I started realizing that the only way morality really exists is through divine inspiration. And I'm beginning to understand that the Judeo-Christian God is the one that most likely represents the moral order that exists in the world. The moral order that I'm honestly starting to become fascinated with. The moral order that exists much like mathematical principles. As in, once we discover the 1 + 1 = 2 of the moral order, it will be objectively correct. Because as we become more and more connected on the planet, and as much as we see cultures rise and fall, we're starting to see a lot of universal principles emerge in the way we treat one another and what's expected of one another. And it's really bringing me back to the Judeo-Christian ethics. And now I'm studying biblical ethics on the side. Specifically, the basis of Christian ethics that believes morality is objective, in that if you study the Decalogue, for example, the Decalogue is the 10 Commandments, right? It is only our ignorance of the Decalogue that seems to demonstrate moral conflicts within the divine law itself. If you read the Decalogue as it should be read, and if you use the correct translations, you'll realize that they do not conflict. So the philosophy of ethics that I'm starting to move towards, and that I'm starting to dedicate a lot of my studies into, is non-conflicting absolutism. And that's basically the Decalogue. And it's the theory that moral absolutes do not conflict. Much like mathematical principles, they do not conflict. In fact, it's our ignorance of them that supposedly conflicts. And one of the greatest examples, I just saw it this week. It was on The View, where Whoopi Goldberg and all of them were like, oh, thou shalt not kill is right there in the 10 Commandments. And yet, we kill people all the time. So these people don't follow the 10 Commandments. That is a perfect indication of somebody who is ignorant of what the text says. The text says and translates into, thou shalt not murder. You know, the specific Hebrew word, I forget the Hebrew word, but it's like ratzak or something like that. I'm not Hebrew, so I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But the actual word that they use in the translation of "thou shalt not kill" is not kill, but murder. Specifically, the malice taking of somebody's life. You know, we see all throughout the Bible, people are told to kill the righteous. Oh, sorry, not kill the unrighteous. The righteous need to kill the unrighteous. You know, you almost have a duty to take people out in the world. I'm in Numbers right now, and in Numbers, there's a very controversial thing that's stated where God tells Moses and the people that when you ascend, I think it's on Canaan, you're to take out everybody there, and you are to destroy all of their statues and every monument. You wipe them out of existence. So that way, there's nothing left of them. And he warns that if any of them are allowed to survive, they will be a thorn at their side. They will be a thorn at their side, and God will be at a pricking throughout the lives as they remain. So obviously, there's such things as just killing in the Bible. And so it is one's ignorance that sees the moral contradiction. When, if you read it correctly, the way it's supposed to be translated, you understand that that is not the case. So I'm really enjoying the deep dive into the Decalogue, because at the same time, I've got two things going now. Well, if moral absolutes exist and morality comes from a divine authority, well, the Decalogue should be that moral authority that does not conflict. And so the Decalogue should be a great set of moral absolutes that one can study in order to gain an understanding of how the moral order works and the order itself, the ordering of the universe itself. So that's something I'm really enjoying. But as you see, I started as an atheist, and now I'm very much moving towards a Judeo-Christian conception of the world, and I'm actually finding God in this way as well. I'm becoming much more religious in my heart, and I'm doing it from a very academic. Way, but also at the same time, like, I'm starting to feel the faith emerge within me. So while it might have started as a rational endeavor, and I have a lot of passions when it comes to rationally trying to figure out the divine order of the universe, and the divine order of the universe specifically from a moral compass, what I'm starting to realize is that I'm starting to find God too. Like, I'm starting to believe or see God in the workings and the universe, the workings of the world, you know? And while it might be important to have a rational foundation for my belief systems, to be able to argue rationally for it, beginning to think that that's not the point of the faith either. Sometimes the leap of faith is believing in something without pure evidence. And I think I discussed that before. If heaven truly does exist, you're not going to earn it by saying holy, right? That's in the Bible, right? Well, just because one says holy, holy does not mean they enter the kingdom of heaven. So, yeah, that's something that I'm going to keep tackling and keep moving forward with, not only just in this iteration, but even when I start playing Tekken on this channel and things like that. And I'll start sharing the things I learned as well, because I'm learning quite a bit as I have found my passion again for reading and literature, and I'm really deep diving into what is called non-conflicting absolutism, or basically Christian ethics. Feels like somebody's walking. It was like, oh, that was probably Yuffie. So I have to bother him over and over again until he joins us. Touch nothing but the terminal. So tough to switch out some of these characters because there's so many of them I want to play, you know? Touch nothing but the lamp.
There she is! Cloud, my boy! Still got that keycard?
Well, let's hope.
Gonna need a bit of time with this. Might I suggest a spot of recon?
Oh, the infamous library. Oh, it's time to talk to people. Nope, nope, not time to talk to people. Nope, not time to talk to people. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, I'm walking.
What's wrong?
Nearly there.
Nearly where? Huh. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Is that all Sephiroth?
Cloud, let's get out of here. Oh no.
That was a gunshot.
I don't recall giving you permission to go in there.
Ah, it was an honest mistake. We didn't mean any. Ah!
Like that's all bunnies
Don't
can
hurt
do.
me, please. I can explain.
Try to be cute.
Drop it.
Why should I? He's trespassing, like you.
Save it. I've had a pretty shit day.
What a coincidence. So have I.
Ah, should have went the other way. The beast. Alright, we're fighting Vincent.
Come on.
That's it!
Get ready. Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. Yoo-hoo! You'll see.
I got you.
Stop it already!
I'm through with you.
Jesus.
Scratch your eyes out.
Don't overdo
That was a
it.
lot of damage just on Aerith right there. Weaknesses to fire and almost everything else.
Go on!
Yeah, she's gonna need that.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. Come on!
Hang
I'm gonna
back.
get counter
Let's go.
fire.
Keep it together.
So it's my turn? Go on! Ha!
Come
This
on.
one's for you! Here! Tagging out!
All right.
Don't know how I did that.
Brace yourself. You mind?
Take the lead.
I'll take care of them.
One moment.
Get ready.
We have to look for an opening.
Wait till he stops moving.
Who's up? You've got this.
Come on. Let's do it.
Wow. Okay.
How do we stop him?
Don't just take it.
Jesus.
Coming! Here!
Wow. Okay. Jesus.
You're still doing okay, right?
Ha!
I should probably heal up first.
Won't
Just
last long.
taking a little, don't need to panic.
After you.
Can you handle them?
It's my time to strike it right now. Come on!
No, take it from here.
Come on, you can do it.
Don't that one.
Yoo-hoo! And
Getting careless.
Jesus, man.
Tooth and claw for you.
This guy is busted, man.
Your turn now.
All right.
I tried to block in time, but it doesn't seem to work. Come on, get back in there.
stay strong, okay? You're still doing
You
okay,
mind?
right?
I got it.
Here we go.
Hit him again with fire. Wow, come on!
You can do it. Here!
She have fire? No. Sure.
Sorry. Oh, no!
Let him have it together.
I should probably heal up first. One more shot! Can you handle them?
Taking over.
This just turns right on me.
However I can help. Someone looks kinda shaky. Can you take
Your
over?
turn now.
No. You're done.
Yeah, he's done. So hopefully I can get some
Time to
bigger
see
hits
you.
on him here.
You're still doing
Any
okay,
last
right?
words?
I'm backing off a bit.
Black and
Leave
blue.
it to me.
That's it. That'll do.
Here we go. Keep it together.
You mind?
However I can help. Yeah.
Tried.
Deal with that.
I'll fight tooth and claw for you. Nothing, nothing though. Oh, so you like taking
Let's
over?
do this.
Oh my god, come on with these AoE attacks, man.
It's on you.
I'll do what I can.
Leave it to cut set.
Wow, come on! Just done, huh?
Keep it up. After you.
I'm so sick of these one-shot man.
Be away.
Stay out of his way. Pushing it. Would you?
I'll take care of them.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do in time.
That does it. Sorry, but I'm afraid. It's on now.
I didn't look at what that was.
Pushing it.
Oh my goodness, it's just death over and over and over again. I could even get to him in time. No, everybody's unconscious, everybody's dead.
This is game over, huh?
Well done, game. Well done, game. This is so fun. You can hardly see what's going on. This guy's one-shotting you. But I knew it. I knew it. I knew this is what it was going to be. I freaking called it in the last one where it was like, I just started. I literally just started. And this guy has one shot. Look at this.
I'm coming. Oh, how do we stop
Just,
him?
and yeah, great idea. Great question. How do you stop this?
Get him.
My turn. Get ready.
800 blocked. And a combo. A combo. And then back I switch to somebody else, it's immediately who it goes to.
Now, let's switch it up.
We've got to get through this. This one. You'll see. Yoo-hoo!
Well, yep, see?
We have to look for an opening.
Wait till he stops moving.
Knew that was gonna happen, right?
Let's do this.
This is insane. This is just insane. And he's just down.
Coming. Okay. Here. Here it comes. You can do it.
Feel like taking my turn.
Get him. Don't know how I did that.
Don't overdo it.
Why don't you lead the way? That's it.
Let's do this. Deal with that.
Break a leg.
So it's my
No
turn?
escape.
Yeah. One more shot. That'll do. I think we're almost done.
You shouldn't have on it.
Let's try
Ready to
using it.
begin. This one's a toast.
This one's for you. Ready or not, here I come. Every little bit helps. You can do it.
Taking over.
That'll do.
That it?
This one's for you. Why don't you lead the way?
My time to shine. This'll make him sweat. Well, maybe, shall we?
Oh, don't attack. Shit.
You like taking it together.
I'll show you what I can do. One more. It's your turn.
Let's do this.
No escape. Take the lead.
Tagging out.
Break a leg.
Deal with that.
So it's my turn? This one's for you! Here it comes! Ah!
This is where the one-shots come in. Frickin' tried to get out of the way, too. Yeah, look at that. Insane damage.
You like
It's on you.
I'm coming! Get ready! Here!
And there it is again. Just right on top.
Can you take over for me?
I got this.
Try to get out of there in time. No. Let's see if I can get another.
Don't overdo it.
I'll take care of them.
No, run away, run away.
Stop it! You've got this. Leave it to me. I won't let anyone hurt you.
You like taking
My
over?
turn.
Always
Get him!
Keep it together.
I'm coming!
what you've all been waiting for.
It's your turn.
These infinite.
Stay strong, okay?
You mind?
Tagging out.
Taking over.
That's a wee stroke of luck.
So close. Pressured. There he is.
Don't stop now.
Right, hey, you ready?
Gotta give it my all.
Well, after that.
It's up to you.
This one's for you.
Finish it.
Let me teach him a lesson.
This is what a doctor stops on.
That'll do. You can do it.
Leave it to me.
Block everyone.
You like
I got take the lead.
Here goes. Yoo-hoo.
one moment.
This might be it. Just taking over.
I'll fight
a
tooth
little
and
bit.
claw
Keep
for
it
you.
up.
You mind?
Why don't you?
Hang back.
Claws are out now.
I'll take care of him. Here. Too much? This one's for you.
Come on.
One more shot. Get him. Tagging
It's
out.
you like taking
My
over.
turn.
Okay.
Keep it together.
Can you take over for me? That's it.
Playtime's over.
Damn it. Hang back. That's that.
You've got this.
Leave it to me.
I'm coming.
I know your story. Vincent Valentine, former Turk. Stumbled on your file in the company database. There's a reason you're alone in the dark down here. And that reason has something to do with Sephiroth. Am I right?
That's none of your business.
I only ask because you might want to come with us. I don't know whether Sephiroth is dead or alive or something in between. But I do know that if I stick with this lot, I'll find out one way or another.
Oh, I am reading, by the way, on the taking the Lord's name in vain. So it is not lost on me that that is something that I could be guilty of doing. When I'm like, oh, God, why is this? It's like I've explored what that is, and it is an instance that is without reason. That seems to be the things that frustrate me the most. When you folks hear me speak to the frustrations of a game, I'm often looking at it like, why is this here? This makes no sense. Why is this allowed? This makes no sense. Now, here's the two sides. I am very aware that I'm not a game coder, that they make decisions in the game for specific reasons. But also at the same time, I may not respect those reasons, which is the other side. You know, I legitimately feel like a lot of the things that stop us from progressing, these little ticky-tack mini games that are somehow part of the main storyline, these things are just to increase the time. It's just to increase the play time of the game itself. Instead of taking more time on the story, they will add an hour or so with these ticky-tack little things, which is what takes me out of the game, which is why I complain, like, oh, God, like, what are their reasons? So, to me, it's like, when I say the, oh, God, or things like that, it is coming from a place of frustration, but it's also coming from a place of, I know you folks aren't making these decisions for good reason, you know? You're doing it just to add difficulty, or you're doing it to cater to certain amounts of people. That's what we see nowadays in modernism, right? There's a lot of catering going on where we're like, oh, Jesus, that makes no sense right there. And we know it makes no sense right there because there's obviously a catering to specific amount of people that I'm being bombarded with in entertainment and in the industry, you know? So those are things that I reflect on right there. But I just read the takes God's name in vain, and it's much to like, it's closer to what Job's wife was asking him at the end of at the end of Job's plight right there, where like Lucifer was like, let me at him and I'll show you that he'll turn against you, God. And then at the end he was like, well, I mean, I don't think I've done anything to deserve this, but to go and curse God's name, that is a leap farther than I can imagine, you know? So it seems like it's much more in that realm right there, which is not what I'm doing, so. Okay.
Is this how you want your story to end?
Good question. Is this how you want your story to end?
Get out. Now.
That'll be our way out then. Now we know where the temple is, let's not bother the man.
Hey, Space Cadet, come on.
I'm going to go back into that room. Not Vincent's room. That's Vincent's room. Ah! Dang it. I should have went the other way. As soon as I saw that, you know, projection, or whatever it is when Cloud senses Sephiroth, I should have left. I should have walked back and went the other way.
Think there might be top secret material hidden somewhere here?
That all you ever think about?
Well, excuse me for trying to be helpful.
Yeah, we all have that reflex to Yuffie. Wonder if I would be okay with the decisions if there wasn't just like one-shot galores, you know? Maybe something to explore. It's like they took that from like Dark Souls. Everything is, every boss battle is a war of attrition.
Okay, next stop, the temple. Hear that, black materia? I'm coming for you. Oh man, my rep's gonna go through the roof.
Well, it ain't like it could go down. Oh, it's on.
So, where is it?
Aye. About that.
What's the matter? You ain't been bluffing this whole time, have you?
No, that's not it. We could go there right now if you really wanted. But before that, would you mind a quick trip to the saucer?
What? Why would we want to go there?
To even set foot inside the temple, we'll need to get our hands on a relic called the Keystone. Trouble is, it's been missing for nigh on 20 years. So, any guesses as to where it was last seen?
The gold saucer.
I know, it's a stretch, no denying that. But it's the only lead I've got.
Hey, he's trying.
Then let's follow it. We trust you.
You do? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, if we gotta. Once we're good, let's get a move on.
This guy's, Kate Seth's voice reminds me of the Mummy actor, the British guy in the Mummy movie. I might have said that already, but if I didn't, I guess it's worth repeating. Alright, let's do this. My ATB, is this ATB? This weapon level 1 is definitely moving a lot more that I'm using now that I'm using their stuff, their summoning stuff, their synergy abilities. Yeah, that'd be nice to have some more defense in Punisher mode. MP regeneration. Yeah. Detrimental stats. Guess I'll use more synergy abilities with her. Recover HP when dealing damage with unique ability. That's cool. 25 for red, though, huh? That's pretty cool. Mastered the Ringmaster ability. Iron defense. I'm gonna have to start using that, so the iron defense. Yuffie. Oh, I'll take regen. Jesus. That'd be great. And then rest, I guess. And back to the gold saucer, huh? Alright, I know I know this is probably a waste of time, but I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if I have to keep bothering him for him to show up, but it's worth one more shot. Because he was optional in the original game. Wait. No. One more down, I guess. They're like, Cloud, what are you doing? Well, one thing I need to do is... I hit the right button that time. That's not the one. That's the one. Okay, just had to check. And I know this one is locked still, yeah. Yeah. Okay, where's my map? Alright. Fast travel's unavailable. Alright, tried to trick the system there. Vincent will not be unlocked in this game. Oh. I think I'm gonna try play Tekken tonight. Hey, you folks think I'm frustrated with this? Man, wait till you see me play a fighting game. There'll be a lot more sore losing there.
What's this?
Good question.
Sorry I'm so late to the party, my
Another bike wasted.
Our long-awaited reunion.
I'm not going with you, so back off.
You misunderstand. I'm defying my boss to be here, 'cause I've got a hunger that cannot be denied.
Look at the hair. It's turning again.
Cloud, bring me the black materia.
At least they're foreshadowing that now, right?
My desire to see you has driven me on. That's what I get for redlining the old engine. All right, my friend, it's the final lap. So let's con it one last time! He's mine!
No holding back.
I really get sick of that.
Come on.
Yeah, love it.
Second wind. Let's do this.
Okay. I go for my ability. He hits me.
Ain't dead yet.
Tried to dodge halfway through.
All right.
No blocking that one, I guess. So.
Best do it right.
Nothing.
Felt that one. It's over. Let's try that again.
Yeah, I can't block that. It's like in Dark Souls when you go for a drink and they realize it.
Get ready.
I didn't do that. I pressed the O button to get away from him, not charge him.
Ain't dead yet.
Wow, you legitimately cannot guard for a while, huh?
Can you feel it, Cloud?
You're out of luck.
Gonna have to. Shoot.
Come on. Let's finish this. You okay?
I won't have your pity. This is a race, remember? Come on, Cloud. We're on the home stretch!
I can't even do anything yet. I couldn't move. Great. What a
Second wind. All right. You're mine. Going all out.
There's no escaping the degradation. My friend.
yeah, just kill him already. Keep fighting him over and over again. We can put clothes on him.
Black materia.
Dream on! That materia's mine!
There's no escaping
Yeah.
the degradation.
That won't happen to you. Don't worry.
Yeah, She's right.
How do you guys know?
You're gonna be just fine.
Come on.
Based on what?
The gilded saucer awaits. And the keystone.
That's just hope. But I mean, that's kind of what they represent, right? Hope. Hoping against hope. Hoping against fate.
Come on. Huh?
Look,
Back to the other timeline. I had a feeling.
Supporters of the Shinra Resistance Committee. My name is Glenn Lodbrok, a representative of Wu Tai's interim government. The hour is upon us, when we must rise up to confront tyranny. Mere days ago, Junon's cannon rang out. A message. A declaration by Shinra's new president that he, like his father before him, would rule by fear.
No, this is our timeline.
We recently learned that he had sanctioned the development of living weapons, grown within the Mako reactors that provide power to your homes. Alarmed, we decided to seek answers, and in accordance with the ceasefire treaty, our government sent officials to investigate. Shinra promised their full cooperation.
Spoiler alert, they didn't.
But when our inspectors duly arrived, they were mercilessly slaughtered.
Somebody starting a war.
The footage you are about to see was taken from inside one of the reactors. This is what Rufus Shinra calls a ceasefire. Friends, we do not have our enemy's military might. Nevertheless, a righteous fury burns in each of our hearts.
I didn't know he was Wu Tai.
A fire that we may carry to Midgar. And there, together, put the city of Mako and misery to the torch. This is our answer, Rufus Shinra. We are ready to march. And to lead us, Wu Tai's commander, Viceroy Sarut.
Are they introducing Viceroy Saruf, or... Gotta keep us in suspense.
Who exactly is this Saruf? The Invisible Man?
Regrettably, we have no intelligence to present at this time.
Then you clearly aren't looking hard enough. Look harder.
Ma'am.
What about that Glenn... what's his name?
Glenn Lodbrok, ma'am. Ex-soldier, P0 class, a prototype. 15 years ago, he was sent to Rador on a geological survey, which ended in failure and led to his defection.
A spineless deserter nursing a grudge, then.
As close to the other
Lodbrok took to the road, seeking to forge connections with others who shared his anti-Shinra sentiments.
If you mean Avalanche, they're dead and buried.
I'm afraid I do not, sir. The fall of the Republic triggered a spate of uprisings in the surrounding regions. We suspect the SRC is largely comprised of forces who were defeated during the unrest.
Well, who could blame them? They fought against the Republic in the name of freedom. But when the smoke finally cleared, they found themselves under the heel of a new oppressor. Why, I'd be more surprised if they didn't hate us.
Too often the case in history, right? Or is so often the case in history.
Pity about Saruf. Would be good to put a face to the name.
The Ancient is en route to the temple as we speak. Pursuing her is our top priority. She will guide us to the promised
How'd you get that
land.
video, right?
One way or another.
Regarding the speech, sir, many will interpret it as a declaration of war. And given that it was a worldwide broadcast, it would be prudent to issue a response.
I intend to make a statement. Sung, if you would.
Sir.
Keep getting your intelligence. Ugh. Don't trust the cat.
So, how exactly are we supposed to get back to the saucer?
With all the mountains and valleys in between, definitely not on foot. It's just way too far. Thoughts?
Fast
Kixef?
travel.
Hey,
Not
cat.
available.
Thoughts?
Huh? Well, you see...
Look, smoke.
Maybe someone's trying to call for Sid?
If so, let's hitch a ride.
Why? It's not like we don't have the money.
Breaking news at this hour. Breaking news at this hour. In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC, President Rufus Shinra held an emergency press conference this morning. In it, he denounced the SRC's claims as baseless propaganda and dismissed their alleged
Should I have stayed and listened to that? Wait. I didn't mean to move. Okay, so it's down this way. There we go. Just fast travel here. There we go.
In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC,
Sid.
President Rufus Shinra
He's making the fire for us.
Stood up?
Nope. Waiting on you folks. Something I wanted to ask. About your mother. Her name's Afona, right?
Maybe. So what?
That sounds like a yes to me. I called it the second I saw you. Boy, am I ever glad I sent up smoke. Tell me, how's she doing? Good?
No. She's dead.
You know, the whole reason I joined Shinra was to become a pilot. But I wound up as a gopher for some lazy grease monkeys. Had me running around HQ fixing lights and whatnot.
Gopher indeed. I was
One
one
time,
too.
I came
Go
across
for
a
this,
pretty
go
young
for
thing
that.
with a little girl in her arms. That was you, wasn't it?
Probably.
Jeez, how old are you,
Me,
Sid?
I with Tonberry. And I was what? All's a smogger, I'd wager. But damn. No longer with us. That's a crying shame. Truly. Hey, Missy,
It's Aerith.
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
What? Why?
Just trying to do right by you.
Flying us around will be more than plenty. Thanks.
Then again, if you're just dying to help, you could take us to the saucer for free.
Free?
It's fine, we'll pay.
No, it's on me. When you want to head to the saucer, just give me a holler.
Got a little bit of background. Oh, I had a friend of mine say that there was a and the chance that you actually bring different people to the gold saucer date. I was told that what's his name? Reds actually provides some insight into his story, like his background. So, I mean, I'm not going to go back and try to find that, but I figured what I can do is we can watch that together, and I can react to it. Let's see.
Come on!
Cool it.
How can I? It's... Whoa! I got this. Pretty good, right?
You're a pro.
That's so cool. That Roche.
Hey, you're gonna drool on the seat.
Close call.
Now I'm starting to think, did I even get to the date scene? Because I thought we were going to go on a date, but then, like, it got shut down. I didn't actually go... Maybe there was another option.
What's up?
All right. This doesn't leave the ride, okay? It might sound crazy, but back in Midgar, Aerith and I could both see the future.
Well, that would explain a lot. I'm guessing you can't anymore, though?
Nope. Not even a bit. Whatever we had, I think the Whisperers took it from us when we left.
Oh, that is big.
Seems Arbiters of Fate can do whatever they want.
So you told us.
Oh, did I? Huh. I wonder if this means we'll eventually forget they even exist.
Good dream.
It'd be better off if we did, frankly. There's no point in wasting our time worrying about fate if we can't change it.
You're right. Still, there is one thing I need you to remember. You have to keep Aerith safe. I mean it, Cloud. I don't remember what's supposed to happen, but I do know she's in danger.
As we all do.
I'm glad that we could speak in private, Cloud.
Yeah.
You're good company. Thanks.
think that's what my friend wanted to see right there, because that is a question unanswered from the last game, most definitely. So in the last game, go to the game. Hold up. What did I hit? Probably have to do some editing. So in the last game, it was like, okay, Nanaki, Red 13, seems to have an idea of what's going on. And in this one, we didn't see any hints that he kind of knew what was coming. But one thing I really liked about that, obviously, it answered that question. So the Whisperers took away their ability to see the future, which is great. Because, like, the first one, the first video game was all about, like, understanding the future events and the juxtaposition of the Whisperers trying to reset the change in the timeline, you know? And that was awesome because people who played the original start right there and they're like, oh wow, it's almost like our hopes that they change something is like making the Whisperers act, you know? And then here, though, what I loved about that story and that discussion that Red was having was when Cloud says, we can't change our fate. And then immediately you go into Red saying, Aerith's in danger. I don't know why, I just know, and we need to protect her. We have to keep her safe. So we know what Cloud is talking about when he says that there's almost like it's pointless to fight fate. Yeah, easy to say when you don't know what's coming, right? And we all know what's coming. And then you have Red kind of acting like us. Well, protect her, Cloud. I don't know why, I don't know how we know, but she's in danger. So that was incredible. I really liked that right there. And now we head to the Gold Saucer.
Let's get a move on then. Huh. An 8?
What? Here we go. Okay.
You said that Sephiroth is your foe. I have a history with him. Unfinished business.
A pup you have to put down?
He bothering you? Want me to give him the boot?
Try to screw us over, and you're a dead man.
Please, take a seat.
Sorry, that was an old Yellow reference. Probably not a lot of people know it.
Do you think you can manage 8?
Ain't gonna lie. That's a tall order for most pilots. Lucky for you, I ain't most pilots.
And here we go. Every time we get the music,
I
yeah?
was wondering, could you tell me a little more about my mom?
Sure. I was greener than Mako when I met her Fauna. She took my heart for a spin.
Not you, Sid.
They loved each other. Wow, he loved her.
Aerith,
Yeah?
what happened to your mother? She get sick?
Doctors always said she had a weak constitution, and trying to escape didn't help. I think she just pushed herself too hard, all so that I could be free.
I'm sorry. At least she went out on her own terms.
Did she?
Even if she didn't, you should honor her memory by enjoying the life she gave you.
Yeah. Thanks.
So that's an interesting one right there, because like I love the choice of honor right there. Like just got to this chapter in the book of the biblical ethics where they were talking about honoring thy father and honoring thy mother, so that one may be able to live in the garden. It's something to the effect of, it's one of the first promises that you see in the Decalogue. As in, if you honor your father and mother, then you will gain the award of living justly by the right hand of God, or something like that. Again, I just started this teaching, so I'm not much of an expert in this field. My field of expertise, as you all know, is like Greek philosophy and things like that. So you guys get the unique pleasure of seeing me become a student again in the biblical ethics realm and then move forward. But I love that he used honor there. And something that just occurred to me that I wanted to share with you folks is, some may see the honoring thy father and thy mother as conflicting with the walking with the Lord, like the first commandment, right? Or maybe even the second of the worshiping idols or something like that. But anyway, the one is you worship God, but honor thy mother and thy father. And some would be like, okay, wait a minute. What if my mother and father are atheists? By honoring them, I'm going against the Decalogue, the first commandment of the Decalogue, to follow God, And it's like, nope, those don't conflict right there. Again, it's your ignorance of the reading that is the issue. Honoring thy mother and thy father is different than obeying my mother and father. I can obey somebody without honoring them whatsoever. I can just follow my supervisor's commands, even if I do not honor them, don't like them even. And I can honor somebody without obeying them. You see? Obey and honor are not the same thing. I can honor my parents even though they have weaknesses and I'm not following them to the letter. I can still honor them. I don't have to dishonor them. And one of the examples in the Bible that just comes screaming to the forefront for me is what Ham did to Noah. Noah, who was drunk and naked in the tent, Ham comes in. Instead of honoring his father, he makes fun of him. He chides him. He chides him for his weakness. And in a sense, does something that, it's like, you're no Noah, at your age, and yet you're mocking him, this great man, this great individual that saved all of you and built the ark and saved all these animals. You're mocking him in his depravity and his weakness. And then he goes out there and he calls his two brothers over and he's like, see, come, let's make fun of the old man. And the two brothers look and they turn and even grab a blanket and walk backwards into the tent. So it's like they're not even going to look at his shame anymore. They're not going to continue that. They're going to clothe their father. They honored their father, you see? Even if they don't agree with his drunkenness, even if they don't agree with his nakedness, so much like Ham, I can imagine they might have been thinking the same thing as his Ham. But what they chose to do is they chose to honor him and clothe him at his time, at his weakest moments, you see? And the two sons ended up becoming very successful. But Ham, his ancestors, were almost like cursed to be slaves, you see? Now, there's a lot of theme in there. There's a lot of morality in there, or moral themes. One of them being, if you're so weak that you're going to make fun of great people who came before you, then you're inevitably going to become a slave to those who honor tradition. Because those who honor where they came from and stand on the shoulder of giants with that kind of pride on where they got will reach higher echelons than others. There's that kind of warning. There's also the warning in a person who is going to make fun of the wise and the tradition that became the strong and wise tradition that came before them is inevitably going to build these bad habits where they become subjugated by those who don't, So there's that as well. So I figured I'd share that with you folks because here we have something where he's like, well, honor her memory by living your life, And there's a lot in the honor You are honoring it is a responsibility to honor your father and honor your mother, you know? There are so many things I do as a duty to my father. He and I do not see eye to eye in many instances. You know, throughout my life, you know, he wasn't there. He wasn't there all the time. And I could hold that against him. You know, I could hold that against him and not let him see his grandkids. I could have held that against him and stayed in the mainland after I finished my degree. But no. The duty as a son, to be a good son, means even in the face of their weaknesses, coming back and being there for him. And right now, we have a wonderful, wonderful relationship. And he has a wonderful relationship with my wife and my 2 kids. He is Papa. He is Grandpa. You see? And trust me when I say I have every reason to have blamed all of my bad, my cursed not existence, but my characteristics, the bad events that happened. I had every reason to blame him for all of that, but I don't. I honor my father. It doesn't mean I need to obey him. There were many instances where he gave me terrible advice. I love you, Dad, but at the same time, you did tell me when my wife and I were dating and we just got into like a small tat that there are many other fish in the sea, like just to run away. And I was like, really? It's a small one, and I feel down, but I don't know if I'm going to give up on this particular one. So anyway. I have more than enough reason to, but I find that doing one's duty and following the commandment to honor thy mother and father fills me with so much more than cursing their name like in Job. Maybe I'll leave it at that.
Hey, don't know if y'all heard. Wutai's finally made a move against Shinra. Might be war. And as Midgar's been bombed to hell and back, Shinra's gotta be on the ropes.
Good.
War isn't worth celebrating. Ever.
Isn't that
Exactly.
the truth?
This'll affect everyone. For the worse.
It's like when Sephiroth shows up. Nobody wins.
On a related note, if war is officially declared, it will be long before borders start closing. So, if you've got somewhere to be, you might want to get a wee shuffle on.
He may be letting us know. Oh boy.
What the?
Sid? Hey, Sid?
I heard you the first time. Just sit tight. Everything's under control.
Maybe letting us know we're not going to be able to backtrack much longer.
Sid?
I said just sit tight. This beauty's maintained by an expert and piloted by a professional. Y'all are in good hands.
Oof.
You sure? Because I think that was the engine.
Get off my ass and sit tight like I told you to.
But we're losing altitude!
Oh man, we're screwed!
We ain't screwed, people.
Hey!
All right, brace for emergency landing.
Oh, shit.
This broadcast has to stop.
There we go.
Any landing you can swim away from.
You almost killed us!
Well, you know, he made it. Chapter 12. New milestone reached and trophy level up. Okay. I was a trophy collector at one time. I do have a not a fair amount. I do have some platinums. Most notably, Final Fantasy XIII. Man, I remember that. That took a long time to platinum. You're gonna fix, like, the wing fell off, man. How are you gonna fix that?
Okay, let's start her up. Sounds good.
Yeah, but the wings are still broken.
And what of it? Only one man has mastered the land, air, and sea. You're looking at...
Are we using him at sea now?
Okay, so?
So you can think of me as the captain of your ship. Strap on in and we'll punch through the chop.
Jeez.
Let's set sail.
No optimism, no respect.
Straight through the ravine and on to Costa del Sol. And after that,
we whip it.
Sounds like a plan. We'll be there before you know it.
Let's set a course for Costa del Sol, sir.
Roger that. Full speed ahead.
Yeah, we're in the water now.
Hey, mind filling us in on the Keystone before we arrive?
Gladly. About 20 years back, one of my more eccentric colleagues convinced the company to build a museum for his antiques. The reliquary, they called it. Pretty cool. Now, according to company records, the Keystone was housed there.
Wait a second. I thought you said it was at the Gold Saucer.
Aye, I'm getting to that. Dinna fret. Where was I? Oh, right. So, the museum turned out to be a total flop. Closed as soon as it opened. But somewhere between cutting the ribbon and boarding up the windows, the Keystone vanished into thin air.
So it's not at the saucer?
Do you know where it went?
No, but I know a man who might. The former curator.
Deal.
Huh? How do you know that name?
Let's just say I've been around a while.
After the museum debacle, all Dio was demoted, only to be promoted again when the saucer took off. Made director in no time. A real riches to rags to riches story. All of which is why we're bound for the saucer.
I'm not going much faster.
Hey, Sid, did I hear right? You used to work with Shinra?
Still do, on occasion. Them boys got their uses.
That's gonna be a problem. You see, we don't take kindly to friends of the company.
And I don't take kindly to that tone of yours. The man who tries to lord his power over me is gonna wish he didn't. That's what's appealing about disguise. Got them all to myself. Rats can have their race in the gutter. Never much cared for the squeaking anyways. I miss the wild blue yonder dearly.
See, for Barrett, it's like all or nothing, you know? And it's like, no, there's a lot of good that is going on.
And that his hotel's found its, sea legs.
Fat chance. Kid probably got grifted again and is crying himself to sleep every night.
Okay, so I can't go there. I kind of look like I missed the big box there. Oh, is that a fire? Oof. Oh, I guess that was the big one. Okay. Head for Costa del Sol Port. Oh, it's not a fire. It's where I'm supposed to go. Okay.
Thank you for choosing Bronco Cruises. We sincerely hope you enjoyed your trip with us.
Cruises? I thought it was Bronco Airlines.
Not after his wings got clipped.
Seriously, we really appreciate you ferrying us around.
You're most welcome. Hey, y'all are headed to the saucer, ain't you? I might could tag along, take in the splendor.
Nice. Our team is complete.
What do you think?
Of course.
Girl always knows just what to say. Am I right? Shall we?
Wait a sec. Where's Vincent?
Up there.
Another loner. As if one wasn't enough of a pain in my ass.
Yeah, one's more than enough.
Don't know they're talking about you.
You mean me?
Alright. We can cross the ocean with it. Alright, that's cool. New quests available. Okay. And the attraction at the Gold Saucer has renovations. Oh, so we can finally do that. Okay. That's awesome. What is this, though?
Whoa, no way. Hey, Cloud, let me see that. This reeks of sea salt. And not the fresh kind either. This thing smells ancient.
Really?
Yeah. Gramps told me about it once. Long ago, when most folks spent their lives at sea, a war broke out between some pirates. I mean, how do you think they came up with Pirates Rampage? It's based on a true story. How about it? Want to hear?
Yeah.
Gather round and hearken to my tale. Before steel birds soared through the skies and tracks wove across the land, wooden ships were the primary means of travel. One such ship was crewed not by men, but monsters, hellions of the high seas. From the fires of war, these pirates emerged victorious, leaving crimson waters in their wake. With the world's oceans now his sole dominion, their captain was declared the Pirate King. As for the king's treasure, ere his passing, he took his most prized possession, quartered it, and sealed those pieces away, along with his 4 finest mates, to forever stand guard. Whatever he hid, this map should point us to the locations in which its fragments rest. The spell he used to seal them away seems to have broken as well. Though the Pirate King's treasure is now ours to seek, 4 ferocious fiends yet stand in our way.
Nice.
Doubtless, he'll put up quite a fight.
And I, for one, can't wait!
This is how we find our ultimate weapons, maybe? Take to the open ocean with the tiny Bronco and follow the treasure map to recover the long-lost relics of the Pirate King. Once you have assembled all 4 pieces, you can transmute a powerful accessory, once used by the fabled swashbuckler. That's pretty cool. So, man, oh man, so much to do already, everyone. Should I go fight that Queen's Blood? Ah, the Queen's Blood person's right here.
Are you hyped up for the match? Excuse me! Wait, do you play Queen? Oh my gosh, I'm Rihanna. We're actually getting pics, and I was really you literally couldn't have. What do you say?
It says defeat the Keeper of the Kuro. That's interesting. Alright, get rid of you, get rid of you. Oh no, I'm supposed to get rid of Dio. Ugh. Still don't have her, huh? Putting her down, yeah, I figured. Not getting my guy. Ugh. Yeah, when I can't really put him down anymore. Well, I gotta take that. I didn't even get to play my game there. There she is. Get rid of you. You. Yeah, get rid of you. Keep you. There. Okay. Dio's not good in this anymore. I'll be able to take it back with this. Damn, he keeps moving forward. Back. Surprised I didn't get any of my... Wow. Thank goodness. It's only going to take it down by 1. Do anything. More than likely I'm gonna win though. Because you're not gonna be able to put something down there. Yeah, it's still not enough. You're not gonna beat me on the bottom row anymore, and you're not gonna beat me in the middle row. You got 24, I got 28. Yep. Alright. Replace an ally and lower the power of allied and enemy cards on the affected tiles by replacing allied card. By the replaced allied card's power. That right there is much better than Dio. I'll take that.
Never been you. Have you ever thought about Moa? We could team up, you and me.
No.
No.
Harsh. We'll be kicking it here for a bit if you change your mind.
Model. You could be a model, Cloud. Is that the one? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Part of me wants to check that out. Let me check this out. So, yeah. I have a lot of backtracking I'm going to do right now, so I guess I'll call it for today's stream. So, thank you so much for those who tuned in to watch HD Philosophy play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Today was a much better one. You know, obviously we had the boss fight that got me upset, but I am trying to get better at being able to handle when things like that happen, especially not the way I expect it to happen, because I know I have that issue as well. But, oh man, some good discussions today, and as a promise, I'm going to keep my academic venture in the biblical ethics going, because more and more of that Decalogue applying to all forms of morality, I am finding so much fun in the wellspring of information that I'm getting from this vision. It was Immanuel Kant's ethics that I aligned myself more with than any other ethical philosophy that I found. Even though in my graduate degree, I wrote a lot about Confucian ethics and morality. Mengsa, for example, there was one of Confucius's best students, Mengsa, who believed, not Mengsa, who believed that we're actually all born good. There was always a part of me who loved Kant so much so that same professor that I would study Confucianism under would tell me at one time, "You seem like a die-in-the-wool Kantian, Justin." And guilty as charged. I remember when we got to go over Kant again in my undergraduate. So this is still when I was green. I was so excited to be reading Immanuel Kant again. It's like I celebrated in class and people are looking at me like I was weird. Philosophy still feels that way for me. I still get absolutely excited when I read Plato. And I get absolutely excited when I get to not read through Kant, but when I study through Kant and the theories that I'm reading click together, I love that feeling. So I still have a very deep love for philosophy. And in biblical ethics, especially with the Decalogue and non-conflicting absolutism, I'm finding a new refreshing take on ethics that I'm really enjoying as well. I tell my students all the time, I'm so lucky to get to read the Euthyphro, the Republic, every single semester, because I do reread them before I get to teach them as well, so that way I can offer some new insight. And it's like I have not found the bottom of the depths of Platonic dialogue. And as I listen to the Bible and I read Christian ethics, I'm finding a wellspring of information in another avenue that I didn't respect when I was younger. So I'll share that with you folks, and for whoever wants to listen to some professor on this kind of journey right here of finding faith. Really, that's what I'm beginning to think I'm finding as I continue my academic journey. But as usual, take some time with the classics because they will awaken a hidden dragon within all of you. See you next time.